Well, hey there, athlete. Coach Andrew here. Hey, have you ever been in a situation where you made a mistake, you made an error in a game, you weren't performing well, you missed a shot, you got in your head, you couldn't get over it, you were dwelling on it, it led to another mistake, and then before you know it, the entire game was thrown off. You had a bad game because of one bad play. This is a common occurrence for so many athletes, so you're not alone, but man, wouldn't it be nice if there was something, right? A tool, a technique, a mindset reset that could help you in those moments shift your focus, focus on what's ahead, leave the mistake behind you, and get back into the zone. Every high level athlete you've ever watched on TV or in a game situation who is able to get past mistakes fast, right? Like it just like rolls off their shoulders, right? It's not even a big deal. Every athlete who can do that has some version of this. We call it the mindset reset. And it's three things. And so I'm going to walk you through it. But as we're walking through it, I want you to be thinking about what is your system, right? What is your reset going to be? Because it's got to be personal to you. So let's get into it. The very first thing, when you make a mistake, when you're in your head, when you're frustrated, the very first thing you need is you need a word, and specifically a reset word, that's going to help trigger you to say, you know what? I can't change the past. I can only change the future. Focus on what's ahead, right? You have to have some sort of a word that's going to do that for you, because your language, the words that you use, the self-talk, a lot of people call it, it really makes a big difference. And so my question for you is, up until this point, what do you say to yourself when you make a mistake? When you make an error, when you mess up, when you miss a shot? Like, what do you say to yourself in those moments? Gosh, I'm so stupid. Why'd I do that? Coach is going to pull me out of the game. I should be better than this by now. Like all these things that are just self-deprecating, that are negative, that are unhelpful, right? And it's why you can't move forward. So you need a reset word. I'm going to give you a couple examples, but I want you to choose one, and I want you to write it down. Like today, right now, I want you to write down your reset word. It could be the word focus. It could be the word next, next play, move on, positive, dominate. That's my word. That's one of my favorites, right? Dominate, right? Instead of like thinking about what just happened, it's like dominate. Dominate the play ahead. It could be confident, powerful. I've got this. You know, somebody once said to me that their word was Skittles. It's like, what? Why? And they had a good reason for it, right? So I don't care what your word is, but as long as it helps you reset your mind and focus on what's ahead instead of what's behind you, it's going to help. So go back, listen to those words that I shared, but ultimately pick a word for you that really makes sense. That alone is where a lot of athletes stop, right? Your coach may have said to you before, hey, Johnny, you got to have a word, right? Say just flush it, right? That's a common one. A lot of athletes, coaches tell athletes to just say flush it. And it's not bad, but was it yours? Like, was it a word that you chose? Probably not, right? You got to pick your own word. But the reason why words alone won't work is because, just think about it. Like, would you rather think confident thoughts, like I am confident, I am confident, I am confident, or would you rather feel it? Most athletes say, I want to feel it, right? Like I want it to be in my body. I want it to be in my bones. Like if I feel it, if I feel focused, if I feel good, then I'm going to move forward, right? So that's where number 2 comes in. You have to have a hand signal, not a hand. Hand signal. Hand signal. And the reason why this is so important is because it links up the word that you say to yourself with your body. So I'm going to give you some examples. Ready? That's a hand signal. Snap your fingers. That's a hand signal. Tap your leg. Cross your fingers. Wiggle your fingers. I've got some athletes that open and close their hand like they're releasing the mistake. It could be clap, moving on. I'm focused on what's ahead. It could be you tap your head. It could be you tap your shoulder. It could be you do a little thing like this to tell yourself reset, it's over. It could be a double clap. I mean, there's so many things you can do with your hands. For you, I want you to stop right now and pick one. Pick one, and then you can go back and change it later, but what is it going to be? A hit to the hand, a clap, a tap on the side, snap of the fingers. What's it going to be for you? Pick your hand signal, and now you've got the word, you've got the hand signal, you're almost there, but every athlete knows how important this last thing is. It's the way that we calm our nerves, we get recentered, we get refocused. Coaches tell you to do it all the time, your parents tell you to do it, you probably even tell your teammates to do it, but then you forget to do it. and it's the deep breath. The deep breath. And so as you start to think about, okay, how do I put all this together? How does this look in action? It literally happens in the snap of a fingers, right? So my word is dominate. My hand signal is hand of the fist, let's call it, and then the deep breath. Ready? So I just messed up. I just kicked the ball and it soared way over the goalie's head, and it was a wide open shot, and there's only 2 minutes left in the game, and the game was tied. Oh, shoot. Like, I'm in my head now. I just let my team down. I'm disappointed in them. It's like I catch myself spiraling, right? I catch myself into this negative thought pattern, and I immediately, as I'm taking the deep breath, I'm saying the word dominate, Andrew. Dominate. You can't fix what just happened before. You can only focus on what's ahead. Dominate. And that is the mindset reset. So go out there, use it today. Use it today in practice, in games. I get texts from athletes still to this day saying, Coach Andrew, I'm so glad I have a mindset reset routine. It helped me again today. It's like it always works. And it does, because it's rooted in physiology, it's rooted in mindset, and it's what professional athletes do, and it's why it works. So go out, use the mindset reset, and I'll see you guys in the next training.